This is home away from home, as I always say, because we treat everyone like home. This is your place. Enjoy and experience and have fun. This is what we believe in, the power of hospitality.
Benvenuti a Ciao Bella. I'm your host, Erica Firpo. For the past 20 years, I've made my home in Rome, where I've worked as a journalist contributing to publications including Afar, Washington Post, Lonely Planet, and Travel and Leisure. I love sharing the stories of Italy's pioneering creators, and I'm bringing these stories directly to you on Ciao Bella. Every week, I'm joined by contemporary artists, heritage artisans, designers, culinary experts, innovative aesthetes, and more. At the crossroads of evolution and tradition, the past and the future, they are working and creating to define and redefine 21st century Italy. Join me as we see Italy through their eyes. I've always thought that when you're traveling around Emilia-Romagna, somewhere outside of Bologna and on the way to Modena, there should be a sign that reads, "You are entering Bottura World," the fabulous and real fantasyland and hometown of Massimo Bottura. Massimo is Italy's poster boy of food. He's a world-renowned chef, thought leader, and tour de force, and among Time's 100 most influential people. His restaurant Osteria Francescana in historic Modena is a mecca for foodies, and so is the entire region. It has 3 Michelin stars and has twice received #1 restaurant recognition by the world's 50 best, and it doesn't stop there. Massimo is a UN Environment Program Goodwill Ambassador who constantly advocates for the reduction of food waste and promotes healthy and sustainable food systems and sustainable cooking practices. Massimo and his wife and business partner Lara Gilmore are unstoppable. They are a 21st century dynamic duo. They are authors, hoteliers, and pioneering community leaders. As founders of Food for Soul, their nonprofit organization that runs inspiring food waste, social, and cultural initiatives around the globe, and Il Tortellante, their Modena-based tortellini lab and bottega for special needs young adults. And they've appeared on season 1 of Netflix series Chef's Table. Massimo always returns to Modena, and he's always cooking up something new. In September, I found myself back in Modena and fully immersed in Bottura World as one of the first to enjoy Gatto Verde, Massimo's latest restaurant project. Join me with Massimo as he shares the behind-the-scenes story of Gatto Verde. Guys, we're just going to jump right into it with Massimo. We're talking about Gatto Verde.
First time, when we were here and we started rebuilding this place, we didn't know exactly what to do because we'd never been part of the whole, hospitality world. We were just chef. So I said to her, Jack, focus on this. My grandmother, she wasn't a great cook because she had to cook. My mom, she was a great cook because she loved to cook. So, but my grandmother, one day a year, Christmas Day, she was cooking for the whole family, and she was cooking breakfast Christmas Day. She was waking up early, would burn oven, prepare all these tables for breakfast. It was a big deal because the whole family was there, brothers and sisters, 6 aunts and grandmothers, and and was in my memory was the best day of my life, of the whole year. At that point, I said, Jack, you have to really focus on that. We're gonna have a wood burn oven, and you have to shape this breakfast as Christmas, because I think in Maria Luigi, the experience is not gonna be the hotel experience. It's gonna be home away from home, and to feel home, you have to have your music room, the kitchen always open,
For those listening, Casa Maria Luigia is Massimo and Lara's hospitality project, an immersive adventure outside of the restaurant scene and into the Modenese countryside. In 2019, they opened CML in an 18th century villa reimagined as an experiment of art, cuisine, and living. In a previous episode of Ciao Bella, Lara talked with me about its design, art, and food. Since its opening, the boutique hotel has been recognized for its seamless guest experience, incredible food, and its open doors vibe, which even empowers guests to help themselves to the kitchen pantry whenever they please.
The freedom of do whatever you want as you are home. And my best breakfast home was Christmas Day. So that's why breakfast is like this. From breakfast, once you learn how to manage the fire and the temperature, what we do, we decide, Jessica, decide to, after the first lockdown, there was a lot of talk about, Casa Maria Luigia, and especially in the locals, because this is a property that is very known property. So she said, I have an idea, I want to experience this, I want to do this. And we create this experience of Sunday brunch, an evolution of the breakfast, with plates like adding some local fish, some eel, some cod, some meat. And it was like, boom, super success. From brunch, we said, okay, now it's time to evolve. And we're going to have like this barbecue. But not like a classic barbecue. It's going to be a contemporary barbecue. And the barbecue was so successful that, was the first seed that was planted in my head. We start restoring the other part of the property because we step one step at a time because the property is big. We are not let's put millions in this property. No, one step at a time. When we have money, we start doing another restoration.
A quick side note. The acetaia is the production area and attic storage area for traditional balsamic vinegar.
So we rebuilt the acetaia with 1,400 barrels. And when the acetaia was almost ready, 1 year and a half ago, I received a phone call from the most important gallerist in Modena, but one of the most important in Italy, very known all over the world. He said, Massimo, you have to come and see this artist. He's just incredible. He was God in the 80s, and he said, fuck everyone, and I want to do poetry. And he started writing poems. His name was Mike Bidlow. And he was doing in 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, all these ready-made, inspired by Duchamp, ready-made, but not with classic object, but, masterpieces in art. So he was like incredible painter, and he was repainting Frank Stella and Picasso and Jackson Pollock and Andy Warhol, but in a totally incredible way, saying in the title N-O-T, not Jackson Pollock, not Andy Warhol, not Frank Stella. I went crazy. As soon as I saw it, I went crazy. I said, listen, this is our barbecue. Immediately, this is our barbecue. This is how my brain works. And since that moment, I said, because the barbecue that we are doing here is much more than just barbecue. Because it's like technique, as we have in Osteria Francescana, the most advanced technique. Conceptualization, so the plates are so conceptual that are like not like the classic barbecue that you smoke and you serve. It's much more. We're all gonna do that, and we're gonna do a pizza with cotechino. We're gonna use sangue di drago at the bottom, the plum, intense red plum with the pizza with the dough as a tomato. Then you have friarielli, like the herb, classic herb, very bitter, and on top of that, fried cotechino, Japanese style tonkatsu, and make like the pizza like that, like.
That
is something to try.
It's really, as I was explaining for the pizza, no? It's very conceptual, the whole thing. And it's really focused on terroir, but also evolving in a very, very deeply expression of the chef that is cooking, that she's from Canada. And so I said, let's make a new restaurant that is going to be barbecue. And it's going to be not barbecue. At one point, we start doing and creating this project, since then. And finally, Gatto Verde, was decided as a name for like symbolism of the cat and the green, the two words. Environmental consciousness, uniqueness and innovation, balance and harmony, mystery and intrigue, but also luck and good fortune. So Gatto Verde is all that. And now you have Mike Bidlow in the room, Warhol in the room, not Pollock in the room, one of the most sustainable places and restaurants, that you can have, like incredible innovative solutions, technical and architectural. And it's all about rescue old buildings, old stables, an old farm. And it's like everything that identifies who we are and who and where we are. So it's Modena, and we have contemporary minds. So this is what it's going to be.
I think you guys, I had dinner there last night, and I gotta tell you,
People, they go crazy.
we went crazy.
They go crazy because like you have barbecue, and in the evening you sleep. And you digest, usually barbecue is like, oh my God, so good in the moment, but the night you pay in the night. But this barbecue is like, boom.
It was, was it the cozza brutta?
Whoa.
I have to correct myself here. The cozza is brutta, but the correct name is non è una cozza, as in, it's not a mussel. A Bottura rose Maltese, disguising Adriatic blue crab as an ugly mussel by slow roasting and other Gatto Verde magic. That was incredible. Everything was incredible, but first of all, that made me laugh so hard too.
Yeah. You eat the cozza, and you have like this blue crab that has a big problem like now, and you have a sea scallop, and you have like all these different things that is like incredibly,
But it's also mind blowing in the not barbecue. It's just like
And these are all the chefs of the barbecue.
Nice to meet you. Thank you so much.
Thanks for the talk.
We had a wonderful time, and we already said we'll be coming back again.
When you want. This is home away from home, as I always say, because we treat everyone like home. And this is your place. And, enjoy and experience and have fun. And this is what we believe in, the power of hospitality.
Thank you to Massimo Bottura, Lara Gilmore, and everyone in the Francescana family for making this episode happen. Thanks for listening to this week's episode of Ciao Bella. The editor of Ciao Bella is Mastro. Production manager is Jenna Spray. If you're new to Ciao Bella, take a peek at ciaobella.co, our all-encompassing Italy-focused website, where you'll find insider insight on contemporary Italy, and sign up for our newsletter for new episodes and articles. Follow me on Instagram at Erica Firpo, and follow Ciao Bella on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you like to listen. Leave us a rating or comment. Ciao, ciao!